I was very frustrated in my last video. I'm a little pissed off that it didn't work. I'm a little pissed off that a guy tried to pass me in a lane where there was too much snow to go. And then he had the gall and the balls to pull up beside me and then cut me off. Then he had the balls to turn around in the middle of the road and go the other way because the road was too slow for him. Then it sped up and he was already gone the other way, but I was frustrated. I broke my window today, so I was frustrated. I got home and I saw the parking wasn't clean, so I went to make a little grocery, figuring I can sit there and write a little bit, and got home. And the concierge didn't make anybody move their cars. So the guy who comes to clean couldn't clean. We had 60 centimeters, we had 100 centimeters. In Mr. Tacpan's world, the way it works is it's just like the snow systems up in the north. We create our own snow. If we're inside another world, the energy that passed on the 21st of 2012 would have been sucked up by the outside globe and not by the inside globe. That's why the Mayans showed us something else. Somehow, if these islands of ours were pulled together from other places, Mayans, dinosaurs, and everything else, were not here inside the system we live right now. They were elsewhere. They knew the other system, and they knew the system runs all in the same parallel. If we are rotating around the sun, if the sun is moving and is not stable, because if the sun sits in one spot and we move at 70,000 miles an hour, XXXX and all the numbers, okay, how long would it take? I think we're going around the sun like this. I picked this up from somebody else. We're going around the sun this way. At the same time, we're turning our day this way. At the same time, we're rotating. In order to get from one end to the other end, it takes 5 days. 5 days, 72 degrees, 360 degrees, or 360 days around the sun. Around this way and this way. There's no up and there's no down. The only reason we know an up and a down is because of what the gravity pulls. We know that the winds from the outside probably can come in. They take the cap, like the kippah of the Hebrews, and they take it off, and they let the energy in. And one of the places the energy comes in is by the Great Lakes. And how do I know that's central? Because I wouldn't put up a highway system the way the U.S. has put up their highway system unless there was a formation coming out of a computer of some sort. Highway 70 and Highway 35 passes in Kansas City, and that's where we get the tornadoes. So funny the way the cap is over the Great Lakes, and that angle of 45 degrees runs right into Kansas City. Do I think anything I say is right? It's irrelevant. This is a book. This is just like going out to see James Bond, The Hobbit, Walt Disney, whatever you want to do. Maybe that's what Walt Disney should do. Build a big building and blow snow in it all day and have people go skiing there or something. Have your own resort, and Walt Disney just open up a few more acres of land. That doesn't take very much to build a mountain. What else is there that wasn't frustrating today? But let me tell you one thing. When a bipolar person gets frustrated, it's not good. It makes him up, it makes him down, he gets depressed. I don't feel good, I want to cry. I had to shovel out my own driveway in a parking they pay for. It was just, it's not, I don't care if I didn't care, you know, I got out, I'm 50 years old, that's okay. I don't mind shoveling the snow, but I did it in frustration. And I did it too fast. In 5 minutes it was all done. 1.5 feet of snow. I had to throw it on the parking next to me. I hope the guy isn't too mad, but that's okay. By the time he gets home, there's going to be another foot anyways in that spot without the blowing snow. Had to drive down with a broken windshield down a road. There was no other cars in a small area. Why did I do it? Stupidity. Because the guy at the office was saying, bring down the checks. Fuck you, come to my house and pick them up here. I went down this road and I took a big chance. I had to stick my head out the window for 20 minutes and drive. I drove 20 years on the road, never went into a ditch. The only time I really went into a ditch is when it was so icy, and I was 5 kilometers from work, it was midnight, and it was raining. I decided to take the shortcut, which is actually passable for about, I don't know, 1,500 cars a day. So I got out of my car because I couldn't drive anymore, and I leaned on my car and I pushed it into the ditch. Oh my God. Frustration is not good. Something else I was designing today. This is the hexagon and octagon. This move into here and it fits right here. The Magen the hexagon, the octagon, it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the way we're set up in here. Stop signs and go signs and triangles. Don't forget, like I said, this is Mr. Tack Pants. We're not looking into reality. We're looking into creation of a new reality. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm doing. 789 plus 987, which is the reverse, is 1776. The center of 36 numbers is a total of 74 times the 24-hour day is 1776. 1776, which is made by 7, 8, and 9 plus 9, 8, and 7. We will add up the numbers individual. 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7. 9 over 7 is 16. 8 over 8 is 16. 9 over 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 6 is 7. 1776, created by 777. This is just off the face of this. See where the 0 is over here between 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, and 8? And then when you get to the 3, 3.1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, 5, that's how it's connected. This is everything. This is what's right. Once you do the calculator or the phone face, don't forget the phone face, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. It all tells a story, my friend. It's not there for nothing. How many people really know what the letters on the phone for? I don't know what they're for, but I know what I can do with them. What's that? Yeah, I'm going to shove them up my ass. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. It's rare. It's rare that I get a comment that's further than right on or, man, you must be screwed. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. The ones who say it's right on are always the ones giving me that positiveness, because it's time to move on. You see, for me, this is the year. See that picture over there on the wall? It's like the dartboard. 500 each, which is the octagon, 4,000 years. And in the center is 2,000 years. Total, 6,000 years. Hebrew calendar is 5775. Add on 225 years is 6,000. Why? Because 15 times 15, the pool balls from 1 to 15 equals to 225. 45 by 5 is 225. 22.5 is to bust into life and out and into a soul with a spirit guidance. 1 out of 4, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 2 right, 1 out of 3 wrong. 4 fishermen were sitting on the... 4 fishermen wrote the books, the disciples of Jesus. How many fishermen tell the truth? What kind of conspiracy was back then? What, do we just take it because there were 12 disciples of Jesus and he came out and they put a pope there and they pushed him real hard? What the hell is going on? The poor people have to dig themselves out every single day because they have to make sure they get the extra 40 bucks, while the rich people do not. But when I'm talking rich, I'm talking multi-rich. And then again, who lives in the north? 20 million people? 30 million people? There's not that many sitting here in the north. Well, then they're getting floods down by Mississippi. There's always something. But just remember, there's a chance this whole system is computer generalized. Computers that have been here from thousands of years before, where they moved islands in from other places in space, and instead of having boats in the water, they had boats flying in the air. Why? Because the density of the humidity allowed for that inside our own solar system. And then again, is there a cap inside our own solar system? Or are we just capped inside our own world? Remember, when you stop moving, everything starts to rust. Raphael 7286. We're going to keep it short. I don't know what I left out. I was thinking of Eve. Forever. Forever to revere. To revere, part of the ear, what we hear, that is read, that is said, the energy. Do you think they would take this, the bunny rabbit, Duracell bunny rabbit, the pink bunny rabbit? Do you think anything is just done just like that? Besides the sale pitch? There's definitely a pitch. I was listening to something on, I don't know if it was on Dawn's Don Gilson, 32 Degrees of Insanity. What I like about that show is that there's no limit. It's, you look at it, what could be, maybe it is, we're not sure, but there's no doubting. It doesn't matter. Let's make it real for the world that we live. If it shows and it proves that it's not real, then it's not real. But don't make things not real that you're not sure of, and you can definitely not know because you're not a scientist. You have to have an imagination in this world. Keep that imagination open. Don't be shy. Step forward. You know how we learn to be shy? Is when you're in a disco bar and you can't talk to anybody and you're half decent looking, but sometimes they just don't want to dance with you. But when you can talk to people, it's easier to say, hey, let's go on the floor, we're going to dance. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, whoa, I don't want to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Okay, what are we jumping to next? One of my favorite colors? Pink. Everything seems to be on an angle today anyways. I am Raphael. I am 72. I am 86. And that's the number of time. That's the true number of time that we're running into. In 2 years from now in October, it will be that time. That is the true time for me. 7286. And like I said before, the energy on the 21st of the 12th of 2012 may have been blocked by the outside globe. Maybe we're not in 2012 and we're in 2015 because according to Monopoly, no one, okay, comes into life on go. Not Jesus at least. He can't come on go. We come on go. He has to come before go. He's got to be -3 + 3. Making him come onto the ring of $75, which is 75 seconds maybe? 75 seconds, or the year 5775, the amounts we pay on properties in Monopoly have to do with actualities that are going on in life right now. You see, nothing could have really happened in this world until the world was full. And now it's time. Raphael 7286 on the constellation of Pegasus, hanging out in Baffin Islands and up towards the North Pole. This is Quebec. You see over here, it's a little animal. Here's a guy driving, here's his arms, here's his shoulder, here's his feet, here's his ass, here's his pupik, here's his eye. And on this side, you actually, if you hold it at a distance, he's a bearded guy. Here's his beard, here's his nose, here's his eye, here's his hair, and here's the horse he drives. Little tongue sticking out, he's got a platform, and then little animals. Here's a dog. And in the U.S., they have the same thing, okay? This is all plugged into the U.S. Don't forget, in Quebec, the way I see it, and all along the U.S. border, going all the way out towards the west, along the water, it all used to be Indians and trading posts before. How did they all disappear? What happened? Everybody wants it all. Everybody wants it all. What do I want? Well, you know what? I was so frustrated today, so mad about everything, and that's not good for bipolar. It's not good. It's not good. And I'm feeling so much better that I got into the house and I was able to exhaust myself onto this video. I appreciate it. Thanks, Ron. How you doing, Ron? I'm doing fine. Where's Mr. Tackmans? He's up here. No, he's up here. Oh, decide. Is he here or is he here? Okay, wait a second. There it is. There's the totality of Mr. Tackmans right here at the tip of the nose. Look at the size of that nose, eh? You think I know nothing or I lie all the time? One of the two. Either I know a lot because of a big nose or I'm a big liar. Thank you.